Yo, what is good? It is Triston Webby here, and in today's video, I am going to be doing my whole vinyl collection. So this year, I'm going to be doing it different compared to last year's. So what I did was I took part of my collection and I just scattered them on the floor here while I show them to the camera and stuff. So let me just put this on the tripod. And I'm just going to show the record. I'm not going to show the actual record, but I will mention if it is colored or whatever. So let's just get started. Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Do for Love, Tupac. Tattletales by 6ix9ine. I will be honest, I kind of don't really know why I bought this. I think it was like $5 and I thought the color of the vinyl was cool, so I was like, fuck it, I'll have it. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Savage Mode 2. Big Sean, Detroit 2. The 21 Savage vinyl is on red colored vinyl, and the 6ix9ine vinyl is on like a rainbow splatter. Bobby Shmurda, She Wrote. This is pressed on red vinyl, red opaque. Dep Squad, Get the Money. This is a 12-inch single. $3 find at Bull Moose, so that's why I grabbed it. DMX, Born Loser. R.I.P. DMX. Take Care by Drake. For some weird reason, it's the only Drake album I have on vinyl. The Baby, Blame It On Baby Deluxe. DJ Khaled, Grateful. This is on a gold colored vinyl. DJ Hurricane, Come Get It, back with Trick Daddy for the Thugs. I think this was another $3 fine, so that's why I have it. DDG and OG Parker, Die For Respect. This was, I think I found it for like $8 at Bull Moose, so I grabbed it. And he gets too much hate, I won't lie. I mean, he's not the best rapper, but he has some decent songs. Future, Evolve. Shit. That is on a red and black splatter. Future, I Never Liked You. This is the deluxe, and it's on a cream colored vinyl, I think. I gotta fix this. Gunna, this is Wanna. This is the deluxe version. This is pressed on green colored vinyl. A Beautiful and Damned by G-Eazy. Kind of one of those records I don't really know why I bought. The Vault Collection by G-Eazy. This is just a bunch of singles pressed on a vinyl. Ian Dior, Nothing's Ever Good Enough, backed with I'm Gone. This is on a purple splat, not purple splatter, but just an opaque purple vinyl. Jack Harlow, That's What They All Say. J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Goodbye and Good Riddance by Juice WRLD. Death Race for Love by Juice WRLD. Legends Never Die by Juice WRLD. And Fighting Demons by Juice WRLD. I don't have The Party Never Ends, but I do plan on buying that. This is my prized possession. This is Fuck Love by the Kid Laroi, signed by him. I remember I overpaid for this at the time. I think I paid like $40 for the vinyl at the time. And I got to meet him in 2024, and I had him sign it. The first time, the deluxe version by the Kid Leroy. I did an unboxing on this, which if y'all want to go see it, go check it out. Ken Carson, A Great Chaos. Kendrick Lamar, This Is Good Kid, Mad City. Shit, I'm sorry about that. Lil Peep, This Is Cry Baby, the deluxe. Give me a sec. I apologize about that. There was a damn fly in the room. The last record I showed off was Cry Baby by Lil Peep. This is the 10-year anniversary, which this is on a black and white swirl. Migos, This Is Culture 2. Moneybagg Yo, A Gangster's Pain. I think this is the deluxe, I think. No, this is either, I think this is the standard version. I don't know if the deluxe ever got a vinyl release. Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin. Good AM by Mac Miller. Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly, The Rain. The Moneybagg Yo one is on a red colored vinyl. And the Mac Miller one is on a green colored vinyl. Nego, I Know Nego. This is a gold, not gold, but a yellow colored vinyl. That was one of those $5 finds, I think, at Walmart at the time. Outkast, So Fresh, So Clean, back with Gangsta Shit. Stoney by Post Malone. That's on orange colored vinyl. Post Malone, Rockstar. This is the single with 21 Savage. This is just on standard black, but I believe this was limited to about 3,000 copies, I think. Beer Bonds and Bentleys by Post Malone. That's on clear colored vinyl. Post Malone, Hollywood's Bleeding. This is on a green colored vinyl. Polo G, Die Legend. This was a Black Friday exclusive from 23, I want to say. Either 2023 or... I want to say 2023, I think. That's on a black iced colored vinyl. Polo G, The Goat. That's on a gray splatter. This is also Polo G, Hall of Fame. This is on a gold smoke translucent vinyl. I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen. This was from Record Store Day this past year. From this year, along with that Lil Peep record. Playboy Carti, Whole Lotta Red. I want to get his other albums on vinyl too. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon by Pop Smoke. That's on a clear colored vinyl. Also Pop Smoke. This is Fate. This is on a silver colored vinyl too. So, not silver, but clear. That's what I meant to say. Spose, What Could Go Wrong. This is on a hot pink translucent vinyl. Travis Scott, Rodeo. Exclamation Mark by Trippie Redd. Oh, wait, what the hell am I doing? I put that down. Tyga, the Gold album. This is on gold colored vinyl. I think that was like a $5 find if I remember correctly. T.I., I'm Serious. This is just that single. It's just the club mix, instrumental, radio mix, and the acapella. That's all that is. 17 by XXXTentacion. This is on a black and white swirl, I think. And Question Mark by XXXTentacion. Those are all the hip-hop stuff. Down on the bottom here, this is all like my other genres, like rock, pop, country. I don't think there is any R&B. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 R&B records in there, but let me just pull those out and then we'll get into those. And then we'll get into the 7-inch singles. Alright, so I just have pulled out all the other records, so let's just get into them. Calm by 5 Seconds of Summer. 25 Immortal Masterpieces. Aerosmith's Greatest Hits. This is on a white colored vinyl. The 5 Seconds of Summer one is on a blue colored vinyl. Back in Black by AC/DC. Got that at Goodwill for $2. Air Supply, Lost in Love. Asia, self-titled. Anne Murray's Greatest Hits. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande and Positions by Ariana Grande. The Ariana one is on clear. The Positions one is on a glow-in-the-dark vinyl. Blink-182's Greatest Hits. This is on a blue and green colored vinyl. Black Bear. This is Everything Means Nothing. Blackpink, the album. This is on a pink colored vinyl. Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars. That's on a yellow colored vinyl. 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. This was actually the first record I ever bought, fun fact. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. This is Stranger in Town. My cousin actually gave this one to me. Bill Haley and his comics, Rockin'. This just has Rock Around the Clock and like a bunch of other songs. Boston, self-titled. Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. Don't Smile at Me. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Happier Than Ever. And Hit Me Hard and Soft. This is on a gray colored vinyl. Happier Than Ever is on a pale yellow vinyl. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go is on a orange vinyl, I think. And the Don't Smile at Me is on a blue and red split colored vinyl. Christopher Cross, self-titled. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. The Carpenters singles from 1969 to 1973. Yeah, that's right. Dr. Hook, this is Sometimes You Win. Dolly Parton, 9 to 5 and Odd Jobs. And Diana by Diana Ross. Doja Cat, this is Hot Pink. This is on a pink colored vinyl. Dua Lipa, Future Nostalgia. This is just standard black. Erasure, O Lamar. I'm not the biggest Erasure fan, but the only reason I bought this vinyl is because there's Thomas and Friends cover characters on the vinyl, and apparently this is some limited edition vinyl. And so that's why I bought this, because this is the band cover that they had to replace. Eddie Arnold, Chained to a Memory. Some of y'all probably, I bet most of y'all don't even know who this is, but he is a country singer that my granddad really liked. Eagles, The Greatest Hits from 1971 to 1975. Elton John's Greatest Hits. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. I'm not the biggest Fleetwood Mac fan, but I got it for free, so... George Carlin, An Evening with Wally Londo. I think this is the only comedy vinyl that I have. Genesis, self-titled. A bunch of these older records I got for free from my cousin, like the Fleetwood Mac, the Bob Seger. Heart, this is Dreamboat Annie. Evolve by Imagine Dragons. Probably the only vinyl that I've ever bought where I regret buying, if I'm being honest. This is like, I'm going to be honest, after a couple of years, I bought it once, spun it, and I just stopped listening to them because I saw these guys in 2018. Well, quote unquote saw, because when I saw them in concert, basically, I never saw the band, because with this show, everybody was basically standing on their chairs, and I was not able to see the band at all, so I can't really say that, oh, I saw Imagine Dragons, and this was the tour that they were a part of. So pretty much after that, I was like, I just refused to listen to them ever since. I mean, they have good music, but they're just, that show basically ruined the way that I listen to them or look at them. This is Jaden, Angels and Demons, backed with Driver's License, the cover. Believe by Justin Bieber. Anyone, backed with Holy. The Jay Jealous Band, Love Stinks. Johnny Cash, At Folsom Prison, and San Quentin. I like Johnny Cash, but I was never the biggest fan of him. John Anderson, this is Eye of a Hurricane. John Mellencamp, American Fool, and Scarecrow. James Taylor, Fire and Rain, and the Summer's Here 12-inch single. Summer's Here is actually a really good song by James Taylor. The Best of Kansas. Kool and the Gang, Ladies Night. American Teen by Khalid. The Gambler and Daytime Friends by Kenny Rogers. Lizzo, 'Cause I Love You. Lionel Richie, self-titled and Can't Slow Down. Linkin Park, Meteora. This is on a blue colored vinyl. MGK, Tickets to My Downfall. And Lost Americana by MGK. I actually got this at his concert. And this is on a blue colored vinyl. I don't remember if the MGK one is colored. I think it's on a pink colored vinyl, but I can't really remember. So yeah, it's on a pink splatter. Yeah, the Lost Americana album is honestly probably, if I'm being honest, a top 5 album from last year, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not the biggest MGK fan, but, well, I like his rap stuff more, but this is on a blue colored vinyl, and I actually got this from the concert. Thriller by Michael Jackson. Burning Thing. Texas in My Rearview Mirror, and Stop and Smell the Roses by Mac Davis. Beautiful Noise, Heartlight, and Love Songs by Neil Diamond. Post Malone, the F1 Lawn Bed Edition. I will be honest, I don't really care for the original F1 Trillion album, but this deluxe is probably the true country record that Post Malone made. The F1, the original version, to me is just, I feel it was kind of unnecessary, because some of his best country work is on here, like Dead at the Honky Tonk, Ain't How It Ends, Falling in Love, Hey Mercedes. That's low-key his best song on here. Two Hearts and Who Needs You. That's low-key the best record he has made. Panic at the Disco, Pray for the Wicked. Kind of one of those records I don't really know why I have. Pat Benatar, Crimes of a Passion. Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Ray Charles' Greatest Hits. The Rolling Stones, Some Girls. Ow. Fuck. Sorry about that. Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits. Whenever You Need Somebody by Rick Ashley, aka the Rickroll guy. That's kind of why I bought this, because it has that song, and it was only $3, so can you really blame me? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack. I only bought this mainly because of the Juice WRLD song Hide and Scared of the Dark. Those are probably the two best songs on the album. Sam Smith, I Feel Love. Picture disc. Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle. Shabuzi, Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going. This is on a purple colored vinyl. Not purple, blue. Tom T. Hall, The Storyteller. Village People, Cruisin'. Willie Nelson, Stardust. And Whitney Houston's Self-Titled. Now we'll get into the 7-inch singles, which I'll just pull these out and we'll get into them. Rock Me by ABBA, backed with Fernando. A bunch of Alabama singles. Song of the South, backed with I Wish It Could Always Be. You Turn Me On, back with The Closer You Get. Love in First Degree with Ride the Train. Lady Down on Lovin', backed with Lovin' Man. Culture Club, Karma Chameleon. John Anderson, Your Lion Blue Eyes, backed with Mountain High, Valley Low. John Anderson, Swingin', backed with A Honky Tonk Saturday Night. The Trashmen, Surfin' Bird, backed with King of the Surf. Billie Eilish, No Time to Die, which has the acapella and like something else. The original and like the instrumental, I think. And Halsey's Without Me with the Aluminum remix. Which, unpopular opinion, this should have had the remix with Juice WRLD instead of that Aluminum remix. This is on a Icy Blue vinyl. I was supposed to see her last year in June, but she canceled because she was sick. And luckily I got my money back, but low-key, I wish she would come back here. And for the hip-hop singles, Post Malone, Wow. Post Malone, Goodbyes. And the other one is Circles by Post Malone. I'll pull this one out. This is on a red colored vinyl, while the others aren't colored. But yeah, that is gonna do it for my entire record collection videos. So thank y'all for watching this. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram and all the social medias that I have linked below. And also follow me on DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream your music to stream my music. I have 2 new albums on the way. Hopefully those will be out soon. So thank y'all for watching. Peace out.